Pleased with them both.
Yep, and he was very pleased to welcome you
do
back
not know
on the
what's
scene.
coming.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, twins bring double trouble. They certainly did. The Zaninovich sisters on the mat. The twin dynamos both winning the world title, and we wish them the very best in their futures. But it's back to the present here. The next Croatian star, could it be Matea Jelic, or will it be Ruth Gbagbi? The fighter from the Ivory Coast in red changes into the open stance straight away, and Gbagbi loves to move, very good at the double kicks, but also Sarah doesn't show it too soon. She's got it all but doesn't use it all.
Yeah, I'm just going to say I really like the way that she just started the match. Very composed, love the distance, love that punch there.
Well, that one confused me. That was a punch from Gbagbi, and 3 points came up on the board there.
I thought that was just my eyesight, John,
No,
so I'm glad you said that.
I've got my new glasses on, Sarah, I can back you up, no question about it. That was a power punch.
Definitely the 2 points as Gbagbi came in there, falling onto the instep.
Both fighters, the customary feeling out process in that opening round. And there's a nice little opening there. Gbagbi scores. And she's got a good start. Hook kick round the corner, just missing. A gasp there from you, Sarah.
I think I ducked then with both of those headshots.
You did,
because
actually.
if one of those hits, then that is going to hurt.
And the thing that's hurting at the moment for the Croat, just a 3 point gap. Can she get on the move? She's got the leg length. Has she got anything else to offer? Needs to push forward and give Gbagbi something to think about.
I think Matea Jelic is a little bit static at the moment. Again, just trying to force Gbagbi to come in as she did there. Tried the little front leg underneath. So she's got an idea of what she wants to do. It's worked once, so she's obviously trying to do it again.
Nice little skip in turning kick there from Ruth Gbagbi. As you said, the Croatian has the tactics. Can she get forward as an attacking force? Very hard to counter when you're 3 points down. No need for Gbagbi to come forward. And she's using that composure that we mentioned into the last 10 seconds of the first round. Lovely footwork there, just drawing out the Croat, leaving her kicking fresh air. And they're going to separate and back to the end of the first round. You know yourself, Sarah, quality, technique, timing, but also the mindset.
Yeah, I think there Ruth Gbagbi just right at the end there, she saw an opportunity to go with the back leg, which would have been nice to see. So that just gave her a little bit of an insight of what potentially she could do in the next round. I think now she can use her faking and her movement more, draw some shots out from Jelic and try to capitalise on that. Need to see a little bit more from Jelic, I think.
Well, the tense glare there from Ruth Gbagbi, a champion for a reason. Won that World Championship gold in fine style in Muju in Korea just before the summer season. Now into Grand Prix number 3. She's one of the main contenders. And young Croat covering herself well here. Just a 3 point gap, far from insurmountable. Can she get on the attack straight away? Tries to change stance, tries to go with something a little bit different. Gbagbi sees it, switches, and gives her opponent another difficult look.
Yeah, I think this is the better stance for Gbagbi there, and I think she quickly realised she's safer with the right leg back there, in open stance, as we would say.
In that open stance, can the Croatian Jelic find an opening, any space? But Gbagbi such a good mover, and also controlling that distance as well. The gap between the two fighters, not just 3 points, well managed.
Completely different to the match we've just seen. So it's nice to be able to see so many different competitors and different styles, and we can take a little bit of a breath in this fight.
We most certainly can, and we need to, but not taking a breath for too long was Jelic, who takes the breath away of Gbagbi with the headshot. 5 points apiece, and that's the confidence coming from the Croat.
Yeah, that's what we wanted to see, something, and that's what she was waiting for now. Again, like you said, you probably gained a bit of confidence from that. I think Gbagbi there was getting a little bit relaxed, too relaxed, and Jelic took advantage with the headshot.
She most certainly did. She was too cool for school for a moment, takes a crack in the head, and she obviously has to get the black belt fixed in position. An innovative style that you used to have, you would wear it off to the one side. Was there a reason for that?
I think because when you got the knot right in the middle, it used to make your body armour stick out a little bit. It just used to annoy me, really.
Well, trying to prove a source of annoyance at the moment. Gbagbi into the last 30, stepping forward for the first time. There's the back leg that you mentioned. Well blocked by Jelic, who's really beginning to come into her own now.
And Gbagbi, for me, a little bit too reactive there in the last 20 seconds that we just saw.
Well, speaking of time, we're close to the end of the second now. Jelic has done well to get back into this. Gbagbi still showing that patience and composure. And she's still very much in second gear. And you can guarantee she will save it up for a chip and a charge down in the third round. But for the Croatian here, Jelic making good viewing.
Yeah, good round. Good round for Jelic there. We saw her strengths coming out, you know, trying to fake with the front leg, using her right leg to find a gap. And she did. She found that gap, took the opportunity to the head. And I think Gbagbi needs to step it up a little gear, another gear now. She's a world champion, so she needs to show that.
And I think you're absolutely right. I think she's just playing it a little bit cagey at the moment, saving her energy, trying to put a bit of pressure on. And they've had such success, the Ivory Coast, of course. Cheick Salasisi, who goes in the minus 80 kilogram division, grabbing that gold medal against Latila Mohammed. Unfortunately was injured on the way into this one, Sarah.
Yeah, he's had a really tough time. He would have loved to obviously compete here on home soil, round the corner from where he was born and bred. So he'll be here, though, I'm sure. He'll be here supporting his teammates. And
he will be back for certain. But back to the action here. Round number 3, tied up at 5 points apiece. Jelic in blue, Gbagbi in red. But who's going to get a chance to go for gold in this one? Into the open stance again. Gbagbi just taking her time, hasn't shown too much of her hand, or indeed either of her feet. And Jelic growing in confidence here.
She's been waiting to do that for quite a while. I was worried that wasn't going to score, but she's managed to force one and to find a gap. And a little bit more comfortable now, I think, Gbagbi.
In a comfort zone, tries with the back kick round the corner though. Does Jelic, well pushed away from Ruth Gbagbi in red. And the fighter from the Côte d'Ivoire go with a big power punch there. And that can be dangerous because we know Jelic has got that front leg.
I think if Gbagbi used the movement a little bit more, maybe tries to slightly go to the side, I think the punch would work. So let's see.
Well, we've got a minute left for Matea Jelic to try and get back into this one. Still a 2-point gap, very much all to play for here. Ruth Gbagbi match management, shifts round with a little left on the inside. Into the last 50 seconds now. A final at stake. Williams awaits. Who's it going to be, Gbagbi or Jelic?
This is where you can't survive. 2 points is nothing, so I think Gbagbi's still trying to be quite active. She's not switching off, she's not relaxed too much.
Well, that's not going to help though. She goes into the splits, the gamjong.
Little gamjong there, or big gamjong for Gbagbi. You know, it's nothing now. In some cases, when it's 1 point, it might as well be level.
Yep, and I think, as you say, we may have, well, it does tie it up close now, 7-6, but we're going to have a little video replay card. Let's see if we can decipher what it's for. Are they saying that Ruth Gbagbi, if you put one hand on the ground, you're on the ground?
You fell, exactly. Whether he's trying to get to say it's for something else, I'm not too sure. Whether he's trying to say that she was pushed, potentially. That's the only thing I can think of. But again, in the last, round, sometimes you need to just try. Yep. Either give yourself a break.
Well, let's have a look here. Does the splits, puts one hand down?
Yeah, she does well.
That means you're on the ground. Could be, if she was on the ground, did Jelic take a swipe at her with a head kick?
Could be. When you see it there, slow motion, it could be anything, couldn't it?
Exactly. Let's stop guessing and let's wait with the rest of you. Anxious times for the coach looking up on the screen. Well, Gbagbi certainly puts her hand down, which means it would be a gamjong. And the referee hadn't said Calio. It was a boot to the head from Jelic. But anyway, let's wait and see. Ruth Gbagbi, well, she's cool and calm, and she's going to have to be. This is a 1 point game, and it is indeed invalidated.
I think we can overcomplicate things sometimes, you're trying to guess, but she fell on the floor and it's a gam jump. That's the rules.
Love it. Straight to the point, and it is the point that makes the difference. Jelic still has some time here. Grand Prix final in the offing. Can the Croatian find a way back in? Front leg almost scoring. Good counter from Gbagbi. Headshot sneaks over the shoulder. There's a fighter from the Ivory Coast. Lauren Williams of Great Britain awaits. Who's it going to be? The Croatian trying to force for the golden point score, but going for golden glory. It's the match management of Gbagbi. Unless the Gamjon, no, it's not been given. Thought the referee was going to go for it there, but as you say, Sarah, they can overcomplicate it sometimes.
Yep.
But that one, professional, not at her 100%.
I think so. I think neither athlete were at 100%. It seemed to me that Jelic left it far too late, and for me, she could have won that fight. So it could have gone either way. I think maybe, did she have the confidence? I mean, I don't, like you said, John, she's quite relatively new, so I don't really know her or her style, or so there's a possibility that she didn't have a lot of confidence coming in. If you're not, you haven't got that confidence, you're coming up against a world champion. Maybe in the last round she found it and it's a little bit too late.
Well, they talk about too little too late. The first real headshot thrown with 10 seconds left, and it's easy to sit in the commentary position, but if Jelic is reviewing this afterwards, a little bit of a faster start could have caused some pressure, but in the end, the champion is the top of the world for a reason, and Gbagbi professional to the end.